going on, Flip?
You, what's good, my guy?
Shoot, not much,
my
man.
bad.
Ready to get it popping for the night.
Yep, same here, my guy. Same here.
Is Waz joining us?
Got a lot to talk about this week.
Oh boy.
I don't know if he's gonna join us, but I mean we can start and he can just hop in if he's free.
Definitely. All right, 3.
But yeah,
2.
we got a wild week.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
All right. Anyway, I'm live on YouTube right now. What's up, everybody? Your boy Dredd is back with the NFL Fourth and Goal podcast here on my boy Flip side. Yeah, we got last week, week 12 was a hell of a week, and saw some things I didn't expect to see. Saw some things that I wish that I can get out of my damn memory. And last but not least, we have this is the time of year that we start to see the playoff picture start to form up. We start to see a lot of posts about if the season ended today. If the season ended today, for everybody who's watching, would your team make the playoffs? For me, mine is a resounding hell no. We're in the hunt though, if that means anything. But yes, Flip. If the playoffs started today, would your team make it from seed 1 to 7? Would they be in the first? Would be in any of the 7 seeds in the AFC?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we're not even in the top 3 seeds in our own division. So I don't think we're going to be in the top 3 for the playoff picture at all, or even top 7. So I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say hell no too. Yeah. But the way these dudes are playing, I don't. It's not even looking like we're going to make the playoffs at all.
Yeah, y'all's remaining schedule isn't that friendly either. Same thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, but anyway.
Oh, apparently we're number 7.
Oh wow, y'all got the last seed.
Apparently.
Wow.
I don't know how, but we got it.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but we got it.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, game of the week last week for week 11. For week 12, aka Thanksgiving week. For me, it was the Raiders and the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving. What about you? Or you could actually go Colts. You could actually go Colts Bucks too. But yeah.
Man. It might have to be that Cowboys game. That Raiders Cowboys game was fun.
Yes.
It was just a back-to-back, shootout. Derek Carr and Dak, they came to play. I think Zeke got hurt and Tony Pollard went crazy that game.
Yeah.
It was fun football. It was a great Thanksgiving game. I got to go with the Raiders Cowboys too, because I mean, you love high scoring games that go to overtime.
Yes.
I think there was even some crazy stuff that happened in overtime with the field goal, if I remember.
Yeah, you were correct.
It was a fun game.
Now,
so I got to go with that one.
Now, most improved team of the week. I actually got to give this one to the Buffalo Bills because in the last couple of weeks, the people have been calling the Buffalo Bills frauds, and this was a statement win that they needed over the Saints. And the thing is, yes, they dominated the Saints, and I didn't expect domination, but yeah. What was your most improved team in the week? There's quite a few.
Most improved team. There's one on my mind, but I'm not gonna say it just because I'm trying to be polite to you right now. But I'll just go ahead and agree. I'll say the Bills because you're right. They have been in a slump recently. But I also could go with the Patriots because the Patriots offense just hung 36 on the Titans, and it was pretty bad. I know the Titans don't have Derrick Henry, so it's like a whole different team, but they've been winning without him. I think they won like 2 straight without him.
Yeah.
And then you see the Patriots come in and they just dominated. The defense just embarrassed the Titans. Yeah. So I'll go with either the Bills, Patriots. I think both of them did huge improvements this week.
All right. And now for the ever so coveted choke of the week. Oh man. There's actually 2 that you can go with. You can either go with the Texans or you can go with the or with the Detroit Lions. I am going to go with the Detroit Lions. But a lot of people say, well, the Lions are tanking this year. You should expect them to lose. No. They actually made it. They made it look convincing. So, yeah. They fought. But, yeah, I have to say, give me the Lions for the choke of the week.
Yeah, I agree. The Lions, I mean, it's against the Bears, and the Bears' offense isn't amazing. But, yeah, I could see the Lions being the chokers of the week. Maybe even could kind of give it to the Browns as well. You know what? I'm giving it to the Browns.
Oh, wow.
Because Lamar Jackson threw like four picks that game, and they still won. So you know what? I'm giving it to the Browns because you had all the opportunities in the world to run the score up on those Ravens, and you did not take advantage of any. Because Lamar was going out there and just throwing a pick on the first play of the drive, back to back to back. It felt like this man was about to throw 5 picks that game.
Yeah.
And the Browns did not capitalize on any. So you know what? I'm giving the Browns choke of the week because that was their game to lose at that point, and they didn't score a damn thing.
Definitely. All right, week 13. All right, we've got Thursday night game. This one should be very interesting. The Dallas Cowboys going up against the New Orleans Saints at home. Who you got? Cowboys, Saints.
This is funny because it's back-to-back Thursday games for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and they're both coming off losses.
Happy about.
Yeah.
Cowboys Saints. Taysom Hill, I think, is going to be the starter this week at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Cowboys are getting Amari Cooper back. I'm sure Zeke should be ready for this game. I don't even think he was hurt the last game. I think he came back in later.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it just looks like on paper the Cowboys have the team that should handle the Saints pretty easily.
But this year's
they put up 30. Yeah, they put up 30 plus last week. The Saints got destroyed last week by the Bills. I'm trying to think. The Saints defensively, they don't really have the secondary to guard Amari, CD, and Gallup, and stop Zeke and Pollard in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So just off of the fact that I don't think that the Saints are going to be some high-scoring team this week. Mm-hmm. I mean, Alvin Kamara could go crazy. I mean, he's back. He's healthy. But I'm going to lean towards the Cowboys in this one. Just because I trust in their offense to produce like it has for like the first 7-8 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'll say give me the Cowboys in this 28-23 with me.
All right, that's a reasonable score. Now, if it's a shootout, I'll give this to the Cowboys. But if it's a slow, grindy, ground and pound kind of game, I'll give it to the Saints. But the Saints got, embarrassed last week against Buffalo. But then again, a lot of people kind of expect that. Like, well, if Buffalo needs to make a statement win, this is it. And they got it against the Saints. I didn't expect the Saints to go out like that. I really didn't. But I'm proud of it. I'm actually proud of Buffalo for showing some kind of life. The Dallas Cowboys, if they can hang on to a lead, they can win a game. If they don't drop it, then of course not. But I have to say, the Cowboys are going to have to stay on the Saints' necks for all 60 minutes. They can't let them get ahead in the scoring because they'll have a tough time playing catch up against the Saints. But go on ahead and give me the Cowboys in this game 27-20 over the Saints. Next up, NFC South Divisional matchup. Ooh, the Tampa Bay Bucks going on the road against the Atlanta Falcons. Who you got? Bucks, Falcons.
Bucks, Falcons?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if Antonio Brown's going to play. I don't think it matters at this point because he's got Godwin, Evans, and Gronk back. Mm-hmm. Leonard Fournette is out there running like he's a rookie on the Jags again.
Yeah.
Man, he killed it last week. Mm-hmm. Fournette I think he had like 34 touchdowns or something. The man was on fire. So if that's what they're getting from the run game, mm-hmm. then they're a million times better than the Bucs that won the Super Bowl last year.
Right.
The Falcons they beat the Jaguars, but it's the Jaguars. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you put up 21 points against the Jaguars, but the Bucs are probably going to embarrass them this week. It's a divisional game, so I'm going to give the Falcons a little bit of leeway. Mm-hmm. But give me the Bucs in this. I'm going to say 27-20.
Now, on paper, this is a Bucs game to win, but this season is weird. And if this were a game for the Falcons to win, it'll be this one. And the thing is, they're 5-6. That's the scariest thing about it. Now, like I said, on paper, the Bucs should win this game. But man, do I want to do it? Do I want to give the Bucs the upset? I mean, do I want to give the Falcons the upset in this one? Because it's a home game, and these teams know each other very well. It's just that the Falcons don't necessarily have the same tools that the Buccaneers have, and the coaching has been terrible. And the thing is, the defense and the coaching have been terrible for the Falcons. So yeah, oh man, I'm gonna play it safe in this game, but I've got it close. Give me the Bucs 24-21 over the Falcons. Next up, you got the 9-2 Cardinals on the road against the 4-7 Bears. Who you got? Cardinals, Bears.
I don't know. Wait, is Kyler Murray back yet?
I think he is.
Is this man still out?
I think he's back.
Okay. Oh, he's back in practice, so he might be back.
Yeah, so he might, he might play on Sunday.
Okay, if that's the case, then I got the Cardinals in this one, because I was thinking if it wasn't him playing, then there's a chance that the Bears could, pull this one off. Mm-hmm. Just because that defense kind of keeps them in games, and then Justin Fields, he might have one of those breakout games that we've been expecting him to have since the rookie, since preseason, because he looked good in preseason, but ever since the regular season, he's just been kind of all right. So. But, yeah, if Kyler's playing, I got to go with the Cardinals here. I can't pick the Bears in the upset. So give me the Cardinals in this game. I'll say 24-16.
Yeah, hold on. I got a comment on YouTube. And from Mofo Jojo, he says, nice name, by the way. He says, are you going to watch Bone Thugs vs. 3-6 Mafia on Versus? I absolutely am, in an unrelated topic. But yes. Anywho, who do I have as far as the Cards versus the Bears? This should be a blowout. Well, I'm not going to say a blowout. I'm just going to say it should be a convincing win for the Cardinals. I mean, if Kyler Murray is coming back, it should be a game time decision. The Bears, they might have beaten the Lions last week, but they didn't look good doing so. I mean, because come on, it's the Lions. But then again, the Steelers tied with the Lions, but we already know what that was like. The Bears have got some pieces, but it's just not enough. It's not enough I don't think that they can do enough as a team to convince me that they can beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals are on a roll. I mean, they really are. Even in their losses, they still look pretty damn convincing. So going ahead and give me the Cardinals in this game 31-17 over the Bears. Next up, you got the LA Chargers going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Who you got? Chargers, Bengals. The Bengals are 7-4. Man. And the Chargers are 6-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Man. But yeah, who you got?
Man.
Bengals aren't home. It's a home game for the Bengals. They're favored by a field goal over you guys.
I don't know why, but any team that has a semblance of a running game seems to be able to just slaughter us. It seems like teams have finally figured out that all you have to do is just run the ball, and eventually the pass will open up against us because I don't know. Like, the Broncos are just shredding us on the ground. Mm-hmm. Every team shreds us on the ground. It just feels like the Chiefs, we're the Chiefs' kryptonite because they don't have a run game.
Yeah. Because none of the running backs can stay healthy on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you got a running back on the field that can run, you can beat the Chargers. And they got Joe Mixon, who is a great running back, who just is usually hurt, and he's not hurt right now. So it's going to be a fun game. I'm sure it's going to be a shootout, hopefully. It is a shootout because I don't want it to be a blowout because I know that the Bengals are probably going to put points up on the board against us. Joe Burrow is probably going to have a hell of a game. I hope we can shut him down, but I don't know. I don't really have high hopes. But I don't trust our O-line right now. Our O-line is just in a bad spot, and that is the reason why I'm going to choose the Bengals in this game. I want to say the Bengals defeat the Chargers 31-27.
Man, the Bengals looked damn good against the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. As much much to my disgust. The Chargers, they got the Broncos. Kind of gave them the business last week, but could this be a bounce back game for the Chargers? If there ever was time for them to bounce back, it will be against the Bengals. And the Bengals, they're not perfect, and there's still a chance that they could miss the playoffs, but they're playing pretty solid ball right now. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Chargers need this game a hell of a lot more than the Bengals do. They really do. The Bengals, like I said, their running game is pretty damn good. Jamar Chase, they're going to need somebody to cover him. I feel like the Chargers defense, if they can get that pass rush going, they don't need to worry about being able to stop the run. They just need to, put Joe Burrow on his ass before he can get the ball going. But can they do that? I think the Bengals defense at this point might be better than Chargers defense, but you can argue that all day long. But you're right about this being a close game. I'm actually going to disagree with you. I'm actually gonna go Chargers this game. Give me Chargers 27-23 over the Bengals, only because they need this game more.
Hopefully you're right.
We'll see. Next up, NFC North matchup. You got the 5-6 Vikings against the 0-10 and 1 Detroit Lions. Lions choked last week against the Bears. A very winnable game. And the Vikings, they really have not looked good, recently. They're below 500. And also, like I said, this team lives by the Kirk Cousins long ball and dies by the Kirk Cousins long ball because everything else about them is solid. They just don't have anything, It all depends on how Kirk Cousins want to act. The Lions, they're not really doing a damn thing this year. And Lions, they have a over-under. They're favored by 7 points in this game. There's no reason why they shouldn't win this, but we'll see about it. I actually think this is going to be a close one, too. But going ahead and give me the Vikings, let's say 24-17 over the Lions. Who you got, Vikings, Lions?
Vikings, Lions. This seems like a tough game to pick. It's definitely a Vikings game. They've been on the roll. They don't have Dalvin Cook anymore, but it's the Lions. I'm sure that Madison can fit in just fine and run all over that team if they needed. But Kirk Cousins, like I said, he's been having a great season. Really underrated season, kind of, if we're being honest, because no one really kind of gives Kirk Cousins any credit. So, I don't think they're going to lose to the Lions this game. It'll be funny if they do, because it'll be, that one, how there's always that one team that messes up that team from just going 0-16, 0-17 now. So it might be the Vikings. I don't think it's the Vikings. I'm going to go ahead and say Vikings win this, though. I'll say 27-16 over the Lions.
Alrighty. Next up, we got the New York Giants 4-7 against the Miami Dolphins 5-7. This is going to be another one of those strange, weird games because the Giants can't hold on to a lead to save their life, and the Dolphins, they had a really, the thing is, the Dolphins have like 2 or 3 convincing wins. A lot of people argue that a couple wins shouldn't even be on their record, but hey, kudos to them for getting it. But the Dolphins defense is going to do enough, in my opinion, to stifle that Giants offense, and the Giants offense couldn't stop a damn toddler. Uh, it's I just don't see. And the Dolphins are favored by 4. They might win. They might win by more than that in this game. The Giants are going to score some points, no doubt about that. But I just don't think they're going to outscore the Dolphins in this game, especially with the way the Dolphins defense is playing. So going ahead and give me the Dolphins 28-20 over the Giants. Who you got? Dolphins Giants.
I've actually liked the Dolphins lately. So I'm gonna have to go with the Dolphins here because the Giants, I don't know. Even with Saquon back on the field, that O line is terrible. Danny Dimes is kind of, I don't know. Mm-hmm. He's a little disappointing out there. But the Dolphins been kind of rolling lately. I mean, if we look at the regular or the beginning of the season, they've lost a few games by just like a field goal. Like their record is pretty bad, but it shouldn't be what it is.
Right.
I know Jalen Hurts got hurt in that game against the Giants.
Yeah.
So I can't really give Giants too much credit in that win. So yeah, I think Tua outdoes Danny Dimes in this game. I think I got to go with the Dolphins here. I'm gonna say they keep the momentum going. So give me Dolphins in this 21-14 over the Giants.
All right. Next up, you got the Philadelphia Eagles on the road against the New York Jets. The Jets, they kind of have been playing okay ball, but thing is that their problem is they can't close the door against a lot of teams. And the Philadelphia Eagles, the Eagles are decent. They're decent when they got Jalen Hurts, and especially if Jalen Hurts can make some magic happen outside of the pocket. But man, I think this might be another one of those weird, strange games that'll go into overtime for whatever reason. I don't know. We'll see how it is. But going ahead and give me the Philadelphia Eagles 26-23 over the Jets. Who you got? Jets, Eagles.
Jets, Eagles. I think Hurts is going to be fine. I think he plays this game. And with that being said, I got to go with the Eagles here because the Jets, I think Zach Wilson is back, but even with that, I mean, we just remember the beginning of the season where he just looked like a mess. He looked terrible. So I'm not too, excited for him to be playing. It's not like he's going to come out and wow us and have like the amazing rest of the season or something. The Eagles defense should be enough to disrupt him. I don't know. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game, so I'm just going to kind of go with like a 16-10 Eagles in this one. But yeah, I got the Eagles one.
Alrighty. Next up, this game is going to be very, very interesting. We got the 6-6 Colts going up against the 2-9 Texans. Once again, AFC South matchup. These teams know each other very well. Colts got a couple wins under their belt, literally a couple wins. And I mean, the Texans got a couple wins under their belt, and the Colts are 6-6, but they're better than what their record says they are. But there's some people who are saying that they wouldn't be surprised if the Colts were to drop this game to the Texans. The Texans are at home. It's just the Texans got so many pieces missing, like they don't give me too much of a reason to pick them. But the Texans do have a statement win over the Titans, but I don't know if you want to count that because the Titans were kind of crumbled up. The Colts are pretty solid all around. Solid defense. I mean, when Carson Wentz can actually make some things happen, then yes, he can be dominant. And oh my God, like, don't even get me started on the Colts running game because we all know how that works out. Texans, I just like, I like Tyrod, but it's just that, that Colts pass rush is going to really get to him, and he's not going to be able to work his magic. So going ahead and give me the Colts in this game, 27-17 over the Texans. Who you got? Colts, Texans.
Colts, Texans. I got the Colts. The Colts have been, I don't know, they've just been great. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor's has been running that stuff, so I famous. They lost to the Bucks, but that was a game. That was it wasn't like they got blown out.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're facing some like crazy like random team. That's like the former Super Bowl champion, or the current Super Bowl champion. Yeah. So it's like can't knock them for making it a close game against the Bucks. So when you have them facing up against the Texans now, it's like this should be a pretty easy game for them. Yeah. I know it's a divisional game, but I don't know. The Texans just lost to the Jets, so it's like how can I expect them to beat the Colts?
Right.
They don't have the pass rush to get to Carson Wentz. They don't have the front seven to stop Jonathan Taylor. They don't have the secondary to well, I guess they might have the secondary. I mean, the Colts receivers aren't amazing, but they get the job done, apparently. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah, give me the Colts in this. I'm going to say Colts 27, Texans 20.
All right. Next up, we got Washington on the road against the LA Raiders. I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders 6-5, Washington 5-6. Washington actually beat the Seahawks, which I did not expect them to do. But a lot of people are saying, well, the Seahawks are tanking. I don't know why the Seahawks will be tanking anyway, because it's not like they're going to get a high draft pick because they traded their first round pick to Jacksonville. So, yeah, them tanking is kind of pointless. And on a side note, I don't know if Pete Carroll's going to be there next year anyway. Either Pete Carroll, both Russell and Pete aren't both going to be there next year. But if they are, I'll be surprised. Anyway, back to the prediction. Raiders are pretty solid. I know you don't want to hear that because they're in your division. Washington is damn good when they have. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I mean, Washington, even without Chase Young, the defense is pretty solid. It's just that I don't know if I could trust Taylor Heineke. I don't know if I could trust him to try to put up a lot of points over the Raiders team, because the Raiders are gonna punch you in the mouth. I mean, regardless, because Derek Carr, he can sling it. The Raiders defense, especially that front seven, is solid too. In the secondary, the Raiders secondary is slept on. I know you don't want to hear that either, but yeah. And they look good again. They look good in the Cowboys game. I see this being a kind of a slow, grindy game. And I actually have this being close too. But yeah, going ahead and give me the Raiders in this game, 24-21 over Washington. Who you got? Raiders, Washington.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Taylor Heineke, I don't trust him to be the quarterback to go out there, and if it is a game where he has to throw them back into it, I don't expect him to be that guy.
Right.
Terry McLaurin, I do like him. But I don't know if he can carry this team by himself. He's not Calvin Johnson. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know Antonio Gibson's probably going to be hurt this week. I don't know if he's going to play, but I think he had like a knee injury or something. But he already had the shin injury on top of that, so he's probably going to be super banged up. So they can't really rely on the run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you were saying, I don't know about the Raiders secondary. I do like Jonathan. What's his name? Jonathan Adams.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but yeah. I think he's the safety.
Yeah.
I like their front seven though. They have a crazy front seven, which I think is going to be the deciding factor in this game, because there's no Chase Young to sack Derek Carr, but they got Carl Nassib over there. And Cleveland, or what's his name? Cleveland Ferlin or something. I forget. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I forget these Raider guys' names.
Yeah.
I don't even try to remember the Raider guys' names.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's a Raiders game. They should have this game in the bag. So give me the Raiders in this 27-17 over the Washington football team.
All right. Next up, this is a weird game, but the Jacksonville Jaguars going on the road against the LA Rams. The Rams are 7-4, and the Rams, they are pretty damn solid. Especially, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. The Rams probably have the most dangerous, top 5, maybe even top 3 most dangerous receiving cores in the league right now, and probably even top 5 pass rushes. I'm gonna go ahead and say that too. The Jags, they're not that impressive this year. They're really not. They got a couple of good wins, especially over a team like the Buffalo Bills. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you can call that a fluke win if you want, but that kind of was more of a bad game for the Bills. But yeah, the Jags, they don't really have a running game. The secondary is weak, and Sunshine is inconsistent. But then again, this is his first year, so I'll give him a pass. But I mean, this is a home game for the Rams, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams actually ran away with this. But going ahead and give me the Rams 31-10 over Jacksonville. Who you got? Rams, Jags.
I got the Jags with the upset.
Are you serious? Oh.
No, it's playing.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick an upset game. It's definitely not the Jags. Maybe if they were in London, then I might go Jags.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, this should be a Rams game. I mean, you got Odell in there now. He caught a 53-yard touchdown last week, so they're getting him involved in the offense. I know he was a little banged up. I know he had like a back injury or something, so he might not even play. But he was. But it doesn't matter. Into the game with it. Yeah, he was trying his ass off, so he might be out there.
But look at the Rams receiver core. If he plays or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they still got Cooper Kupp and Jefferson, Darrell Henderson in the backfield. Yeah, they're set. They should be able to win this game. I don't see Trevor Lawrence throwing on Jalen Ramsey, especially with Aaron Donald and that whole D-line just kind of storming in on him. Von Miller on the outside just rushing. Yeah. I just there's no hope for the Jags this game. Not that when you lost to the Falcons, you let the Falcons put 21 up on you. So yeah, it's probably like a Rams 35, Jaguars 17 type game, if anything. So yeah, shout out to the Rams.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, AFC North Divisional matchup. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens pulled out a win last week, and I thought they were going to win in a more convincing fashion, but it looks like I was wrong. But hey, a dub is a dub. And, if you can pressure Lamar Jackson, then you have a hell of a shot at winning. But thing is, like, he has a hell of a receiving core to rely on. If he doesn't want to run the ball himself, he got, two running backs he can rely on. And that defense is solid as well. So, the Ravens are nothing to shake a stick at twice. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been playing terrible ball lately. You can argue they lost 2 of their last 3 games. Well, you could argue they lost 3 of the last 3 games with that tie for the Lions. And TJ Watt will not play because he's on the COVID list. Big Ben's just looking horrible. And the Steelers are not playing with heart. The only people who are doing anything on this team are Cameron Hayward, Najee Harris, Minka Fitzpatrick, Joe Hayden when he's healthy, and TJ Watt when he's healthy. Other than that, nobody else is really playing like they want to win. And it's a damn shame. So until the Steelers convince me otherwise, I'm going to give this game to the Ravens. Give me the Ravens 27-17 over the Steelers. Who you got? That hurt to say. Jesus. Well, who you got? Steelers, Ravens.
This is the moment when I thought you were about to go on your rant. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But, I kept my cool this time.
After saying, yeah, you did. I was surprised. I was really surprised. I thought you was ready. I thought you was ready to just crucify this team. But all right. Yeah. After seeing, but you know what, man? After seeing that Browns game, Lamar just, I don't know, man.
But look at who we're missing. We can't pressure him that way, and the Steelers, the Steelers aren't gonna. I'm not gonna say we can't, but
but was it really pressure? Because this man was in the pocket fine, just throwing straight dots to the other team. It wasn't like they had Myles Garrett like right inches away from him. He was perfectly protected, just throwing straight dots to the other team, man. There was even a throw where he threw it to Mark Andrews deep, and Mark Andrews was nowhere in sight. This man just threw a straight-up pick to Mark Andrews, or to the safety. I think it wasn't even the corner; it was the safety. So it's just like I don't know when Lamar's throwing like that, I'm just a little skeptical. But then it's like y'all let the Bengals hang 41 on y'all and only put up 10. So it's like
we scored one in garbage time when it didn't matter. But yeah.
You know what? I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be one of those games where it's just low-scoring for 3, maybe 3.5 quarters, and then someone finally gets open and wins it. And you know what? I'm going to go with the Steelers here. I'm going to go with the Steelers here. A low-scoring game. They're gonna go ahead and get the go-ahead touchdown to win it. Giving the Steelers, and it's 21-17 over the Ravens.
Yeah, and go figure the Steelers probably would win this when a lot of people say that we shouldn't. But the Steelers have a history for winning games they shouldn't win. But all right, anyway,
exactly.
Yeah. Next up, oh man, we got an NFC West matchup. We got the Seattle Seahawks going up against the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seahawks are at home in this game. But everybody's like the Seahawks are in tank mode, like they've just been dropping games left and right, and they don't really care anymore. The 49ers,
yeah.
I'm not convinced that they're legit this year. I mean, and the thing is, the Seahawks got all the talent to win this game. But, I mean, like I said, the 49ers are solid, but the thing is, it all depends on how Jimmy G is going to act. Oh, boy. This is a divisional game. But the thing is, I think the Seahawks are kind of too far behind to make a statement in their division. And I don't think they'll get a wild card spot either. So the best thing that they can really do is just play spoiler for other teams, which I think they might do. I'm actually going to go with the upset in this game. Going ahead and give me the Seahawks over the Niners, 26-23. Who you got? Niners, Seahawks.
Niners, Seahawks. I gotta say I disagree with you here. I think that the Niners are showing us that they're not like a Super Bowl contender, but they're definitely a playoff team. The way they've been playing lately. I know Deebo Samuel's not going to be there anymore, but the way they started utilizing Deebo in the run game, they kind of they've been kind of using him more so as like a multi-dimensional player, kind of like Taysom Hill, but just not at quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I actually seen him throw a couple passes one time.
Or like Ty Montgomery when he was playing with the Packers. Yeah.
Yeah, or like Cordero Patterson right now.
Yeah, because he was a running back slash running back slash wide receiver.
Yeah, he's just doing it all right now, and it's working for him because we see these jet sweeps. Devo's hitting 10 plus yards on him. He's getting open on the field. He's opening the field for Brandon Ayuk and Kittle. The run game is crazy right now. Elijah Mitchell stays running for 100 plus yards these games. It takes a lot off of Jimmy G, and I think that's what the issue was that when you rely on Jimmy G to do too much, he's gonna blunder. So I mean, the way they're playing, it's working. Their defense is having a hell of a time because they don't have to be on the field for the entire game. If you look at the 49ers, they chew clock. I think the last game last week, they chewed the hell out of the clock. It was like their first drive was like 12 minutes.
Yeah, and
I was just like, come on,
like how?
Because I got dudes in fantasy football that need to play, and y'all here running up the clock. You know? I was just sitting there like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So,
but eating up the clock in this game can work against them.
They know how to control the clock.
Yeah.
What's up?
Against a team that can score quick, eating up the clock can work against you.
Yeah, but that's not the Seahawks we know now.
Yeah.
That used to be the Seahawks that we knew, but now it seems like Russ and that team they're just in shambles. No Chris Carson for them to, run it with, because the Seahawks are a run team. They like to run first and then get that deep ball to like Tyler Lockett or that big
West
pass
Coast offense
to DK.
Yeah,
it's like if you don't have that run game to open that up, then you're kind of in shambles. So with that being said, it's just like it just feels like a 49ers game, and so I got to go with the 49ers here, even because the Seahawks, I don't think they're in tank mode. It's just that team they energy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the 49ers should take advantage of that. So I'm going to take the 49ers in this. I'm going to say 49ers 27, Seahawks 17.
Alrighty. Next up, Sunday Night Football, Game of the Week candidate. You got the Denver Broncos going on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, man. Now, let me ask you this question. Would a Broncos upset surprise you?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm just making sure I'm not the only one here. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, after last week when they kind of ran all over us, and then their defense was just great. Yeah, I can't say that I wouldn't be surprised by an upset here.
Yeah.
Because they play the Chiefs hard. Because every AFC West team plays each other hard. It's the way that division is, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has not necessarily. I mean, I didn't go. Well, 3 or 4 weeks ago, let's just say the month of October, he wasn't really playing like himself. But now he's got his feet up under him. Is that Waz?
Yes, man. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Waz? You popped in. Yeah, you popped in just in time. But yeah, we're discussing the Chiefs Broncos game. Yeah, he popped. I mean, like Patrick Mahomes, he's got his feet back under him. But the Broncos are looking pretty damn solid. Man, I mean, even though the Chiefs are kind of getting their roll back, I feel like if they were to drop one game, it will be against the Broncos because this is a divisional matchup. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to give the Broncos an upset or if I want to play it safe. I've given like 3 upset picks, and I've decided that I'm going to play it safe for this one. Go on ahead and give me the Chiefs in this game 28-25 over the Broncos. Yeah. Flip, what about you? Chiefs Broncos, who you got?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think the game plan for the Broncos last week was just kind of run it down the Chargers' throats, and I think they can do that same thing against the Chiefs. The Chiefs' front seven, it's not amazing. I think Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams can kind of run on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Bridgewater, he didn't have the greatest game, but he made throws when they needed to have them made. Kind of like I guess you could say it's kind of like Jimmy G. Like Jimmy G he's starting to make those throws when it counts. Like they let Elijah Mitchell run all over a team, and then they'll get that ball dumped off to like George Kittle or Brandon Ayuk or Debo.
Mm-hmm. And
that's kind of the role that Teddy Bridgewater is taking right now. He's getting the ball to Sutton, Tim Patrick, and for some reason I feel like that's going to work against the Chiefs. But I mean the Chiefs are on a roll right now, so that. You know what? No, I'm going to stand strong because I need the Chiefs to lose anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that the Chiefs get upset here by the Broncos. It's going to be a close game, though.
Yeah.
Give me the Broncos in this. I'm going to say 27-24 over the Chiefs.
All right. All right, Waz, who you got? Chiefs Broncos.
Yeah, so I do agree the Chiefs are rolling, but the Broncos have surprised me with how they've played, especially against the Chargers. I thought the Chargers were going to win that game last week.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely did not foresee them getting beaten by the Broncos in that manner. I do agree that the Broncos can certainly run the ball, and I think that's going to be the key factor here. If they can get 150, 150 plus yards rushing, or at least around 200, and definitely maintain time of possession against the Chiefs. I think that's very crucial against the Chiefs offense. That's starting to come alive a little bit. They did have that big game a few weeks ago against Las Vegas, lower scoring against Dallas, but it does feel like they are starting to catch their mojo back. And that defense for the Chiefs has been pretty consistent in this last month or so. They've been the Chiefs have really kind of been known really more so for their offense and kind of a team that would still give up points and big plays, but they've been pretty stout on defense, and that's been pretty impressive. And I think that will I think that'll certainly play a factor here, especially against Bridgewater and that offense. But I have to say I like the Chiefs in this. Chiefs are coming off a bye. Andy Reid off a bye. He has a pretty good record. And at home, I think everything kind of favors the Chiefs for me, so I have to lean on the Chiefs to win this game. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos do make it a little close. Mm-hmm. So I think the Chiefs will win this, but the Broncos will kind of cover the quote-unquote spread for the game. I think they keep it within a touchdown. Give me the Chiefs to win this game 28-24.
All right. Next up, Monday Night Football. We got, oh boy. Gentlemen, this game is going to be for all the marbles in the AFC East. We got the Buffalo Bills at home against the New England Patriots. And the New England Patriots, much to my dismay, as much as I hate to say it, they're back, or at least they're close to being back in this game. I mean, in this season. And the thing is, everybody's calling, even though the Bills, like, they beat the Saints on Thanksgiving pretty handily, a lot of people are still questioning how legit these guys are. Questioning, like, well, Josh Allen, he plays out of his mind in the regular season despite a couple of hiccups and a couple of losses, but is he going to lay an egg in the playoffs? That remains to be seen. But thing is, the Giants are solid. I mean, not the Giants, but the Bills, they're pretty solid. And but man, Mac Jones is looking pretty damn good at QB for the New England Patriots. And they have a solid running game too. And I'm pretty sure Belichick is cooking up a plan for the Bills because for the last 2 decades, he's been the Buffalo Bills kryptonite, no matter who they lined up for a quarterback. They say you're only as good as your last game, and the Patriots, well, the Bills look better in their last game against than the Patriots did, but the Patriots still look good. But going ahead and give me Buffalo in this game over the Patriots, 28-24. Flip, who you got? Bills, Patriots.
I have the Patriots in this game. I like what's going on in New England right now. Mac Jones, he's looking like the best rookie quarterback that was picked out of the draft right now. They have a nice little running back duo like they always do, and Ramondre Stevenson, Damian Harris, and Brandon Bolden. So they have the guys that Tom Brady used to have, like James White and Rex Burkhead. Their receiving core isn't the greatest, but I mean, they're kind of doing what they need to do with it. I think they have Aguilar. What's the other guy? He went like 100 and something receptions without a touchdown. He finally got his touchdown. So it seems like they're catching stride. Mac Jones he's comfortable with his receivers now. He knows when to check down to his other guys. Damian Harris has been running the storm when he's healthy. And that defense they've taken away the best receiver on the other team pretty consistently. And if we've noticed something, it's that you take away Diggs from Josh Allen, and he hasn't really been running like he used to back in last season or the seasons before that. So I kind of feel like this is a Patriots game just because we saw the Bills. They had a great game last week, but it seems like I can't fully trust them yet because we've seen these games where they've put up just crazy duds. So I'm going to go ahead and put this game on the Patriots. I'm going to say Patriots win 24-21 over the Bills.
All right, Waz, who you got? Patriots, Bills.
Yeah, I have to say I like the Patriots in this game. The Patriots have been the better consistent team throughout the entire season. I think in a way, I think it's possible that the Patriots and Bills split their series against each other. This is the first that's all against the season, so I wouldn't be surprised, if one team wins the game and the other team wins the next time they face out. But just going into it from what I see from both teams, the Bills, a little more inconsistent. I just a little shaky at times. on, but he's kind of fallen back a little bit. Still having not a good season, but I just the season, the rookie year that Matt Jones is putting on so far is pretty special, especially in the wake of the Bengals having that season before where they lost Tom Brady and it's working out. It is surprising to be able to bounce back so help with the quarterback now. But getting this game, I think the key is going to be that secondary versus Josh Allen. Even though I don't necessarily perceive or like Mac Jones in a shootout against the Bills offense that, has some pieces there. I think that defense and that's in the game plan from Bill Belichick is going to surprise Buffalo. I trust the Patriots more in this game. If we're to lose, it's going to be close. Patriots don't really get blown out by anybody. Essentially, every loss they had so far has been within a score. So yeah, I think the Patriots are going to win this in a really, really close game. I think this is the extra game of the week. I think to win this, maybe with a field goal, give me the Patriots to win this game 28-25.
All right. Well, since you arrived a little bit late to the show, let's just run through the ones that you missed right quick.
I'll give you others.
Yeah, just give me just a quick synopsis of Week 13. Who you got for Cowboys Saints on Thursday night?
Cowboys Saints. I like the Cowboys in this game. I like the Cowboys. I think they win this game. I think Jerry Jones is saying Zeke's going to get a heavy workload in this game. That'll definitely be big for them. I think they certainly need to win to reassert themselves. I think if the Cowboys lose this game, I think kind of things have fallen off the wagon for them this season. We're looking like favorites. I don't think that, but I think they right the ship. I think they win this game, possibly in a shootout. Give me Dallas to win this game 31-27.
All right, Bucks Falcons. Who you got?
Bucks Falcons. I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks in this game. They play each other close. Oddly enough, I wouldn't be surprised if Falcons have come on as of late a little bit and been kind of a competent, okay team. But I think this is a game that Brady can kind of start cementing some MVP. So give me Tampa to win this game. I think Tampa doesn't rout them. Give me Tampa to win this game 27-13.
All
right. Cardinals Bears.
Cardinals Bears. I don't do it. Is Kyler back yet? Is he still questionable? I don't know.
He's activated. He's activated.
Even he's active. Oh, yeah. I like the Cardinals to win this game. I mean, I will win this game regardless, but the Bears might sneak one out. Even though the Cardinals have held it together in Kyler's absence for almost a month, it seems. I like the Cardinals to win this game. I'm not sure if it's going to be a high-scoring game. Kyler, even if he's back, it might take a little bit of time for him to get a rust off. Give me Cardinals to win this game. I think it's a low scoring. I'll say to win this game 20-14.
Right. Chargers Bengals. Who you got?
Chargers Bengals. I like the Bengals in this game. The Chargers really broke my heart last week, losing to the Broncos. Kind of messed up my 5-team parlay. And I got to say, Bengals kind of have looked pretty good since they've come off the bye. Since they came off their bye, they look pretty focused and well organized and like ready to make a playoff run. And they can certainly run that ball with Nixon. So give me Bengals. I think Bengals will take care of them. Give me Bengals to beat the Chargers. I'll say they'll win this game 24-17.
All right. Who you got? The 5-6 Vikings against the 0-10-1 Lions.
The Lions stay winless. Vikings will rout them really easily. I don't really foresee a situation where the Lions can hang with that Viking Give me Vikings in a rout. I'll say they'll win this game 34-17.
All right. Giants, Dolphins, a weird one. But who you got?
Giants, Dolphins. Dolphins have looked decent. Dolphins have a really outside chance to possibly still make the playoffs in the AFC. The Giants, meanwhile, there's nothing really for them to play for this year. It's a very interesting situation. I think Dolphins at home take care of business. And Tua's starting to maybe turn it around a little bit. Give me Dolphins to win this game. I'll say they'll win it 23-14.
All right. Eagles, Jets. Who you got?
I like the Eagles in this game, but the Eagles have disappointed me a little bit. I felt like they've screwed over some gamblers in the past. I felt like they really looked good. Maybe I'm trying to get a schedule 3 weeks ago or so against Denver, and then they just laid an egg against the Giants. I had no idea what happened to them last week. It was absolutely atrocious what happened losing that game to the Giants. They had no business losing that game. I don't see a situation right now. Jets, they took care of business against Houston, but I like Philadelphia in this, even though they're away. I think Hurts has a big game. Give me Philadelphia to win this game. I'll say they'll win it 27-21.
All right. Colts, Texans. Who you got?
Colts are really good. Colts are a really, really good team. Texans had a brief little flare there with Tyrod in that one game and that one victory they had a few weeks back against Tennessee. That was a big upset. But I think they fell back there up against the Jets, and now they're playing even a much more better team. Even though they're at home against Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor has been a beast so far this season. Definitely probably the best fantasy player for sure this year. And Wentz has been having a pretty solid season with Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis takes care of business. I think this could also be another blowout game. Give me Indy to win this game 30-13.
All right. Raiders, Washington. Who you got?
Oh, man. The Raiders. They seem to be still kind of trying to fight for that, trying to fight for the wild card spots there. They had a big win against Dallas in that OT. But meanwhile, Washington, they're coming off 3 straight victories. And granted, the last victory, a brief, barely win against the dismantled Seahawks. Right now, I wasn't impressed with that. I'm gonna lean on the Vegas Raiders right now in this game, but this is a toss-up for me. I could see that. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington stole one from the Raiders, but I'll pick the Raiders since they are the home team and I trust that offense more. Give me the Raiders to win this game. I'll say they'll win it 28-24.
All right. Jaguars, Rams.
Jags, Rams. Oh man. I like the Rams in this game. Even though Stafford seems to be breaking down each game, it seems like he's just dropping off a little bit by little. But I don't think they're gonna get upset by the Jags in this game. Rams will light it up. I think this is an easy game for them to kind of get in their rhythm, tweak some things and try to find what made them really successful at the beginning of the season. They lost 3 straight, but I think they can bounce back. I think they're going to start getting their mojo back against the Jags at least this week. Give me Rams to win this game, a blowout. I'll say Rams win this game 28-10.
All right. Steelers, Ravens. Who you got?
Oh, Steelers, Ravens. Oh man. So this is probably the Steelers, the Pittsburgh last stand, I would say, right?
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean? This is a competitive game, but I mean, this is realistically, if they want an outside shot at winning the division, if you still think they can win the division, let alone make the playoffs, they need to win this game for sure. Yeah. At least to have some sort of semblance of a season of like still being alive and still being in the season. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger had a couple of good games actually since he had COVID. But then, you know, it just seemed like it fell apart a little bit against Cincinnati, and then that Chargers game the week before was a crazy game.
Yeah.
But then again, the Ravens have not looked good.
This is what happened.
And I feel like almost a month.
Yeah.
That even though they're still an 8-3 team, that team does not look good whatsoever. Lamar threw like 4 picks in 6 attempts, I think, the week before. You know, he is definitely like potential for having some bad turnovers. That could definitely happen against this Steel defense. I gotta say, I think Pittsburgh is going to win this game just to string along the hopes of all the Pittsburgh fans, and just to keep them invested. Because I think if they lose this game, that's it for them this season. But I think they still etch one out, especially at home against the Ravens. It's going to be a tough AFC North game, as they all are. But give me Pittsburgh to win this in a very close game. I'll say they win this 27-24.
All right. And Seahawks Niners.
Oh man, I'm gonna if the Niners don't blow the brakes off of Seattle, I'm gonna be really upset because Seattle has looked abysmal. Seattle has looked absolutely garbage this season, and I don't care if they are potentially signing Adrian Peterson. They have looked absolutely ridiculous. Russell Wilson, I don't know what happened to him. It just seems to not be there for him this season. I don't know if he's going to even be with Seattle, you know, a year from now. It's possible that he might be moving on. And there is no home field advantage for Seattle anymore. That ship has come and sailed. There's no more 12th man. Mm-hmm. Niners played great away from the stadium, away from home anyways.
Yeah. So
that's out of the question. Elijah Mitchell has looked phenomenal. Jimmy G is starting to play a lot better. He's starting to minimize those turnovers, which is great. And Debo, and if we found another running back with Debo, seriously, Debo gets a rushing touchdown, I feel like every game. Now, I believe Debo is doubtful for this week. He's probably not going to play, and we're going to definitely see, because that Niners offense has been like, Debo's been a spark for the Niners offense. When he gets those touches in the backfield and breaks for those long runs, that definitely helps our offense. So we'll see if Jimmy G can maintain that swagger, that offense. If this team can keep it rolling without Debo, if he doesn't play, Debo's a big part of this offense. But I think the Niners still get this win. I think it'll be maybe within a score, just because we are missing some pieces. But give me San Francisco and a good win. I'll say San Fran wins this game 24-16.
All right. Well, gentlemen, that'll do it for Week 13. You guys got any final thoughts before we sign out tonight?
I need to hear your rant, man. I need to hear you rant about Ben Roethlisberger. I'm sorry I missed that.
All right. First off, okay, I was really calm about it, but I don't think you guys saw my TikTok video about that game. I will probably have to link that. I'll probably have to link you guys to that. But let's just have a moment. Let's play taps for Ben Roethlisberger. Moment of silence. Okay, I'm done now. Yeah. All right, but anyway, on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, guys, there's a difference between being optimistic and being delusional. As much as I hate to say it, there's a lot of delusional Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I'm in like 4 or 5 different Steelers groups all across the internet. And like some of them are following blind optimism. Okay, and you know what, guys? Let me go ahead and just play the optimism role. Let's just say that we do run the table and win out the rest of our remaining games. And the thing is, that's highly unlikely when you're going up against the likes of the Kansas City, the Browns again, and you're in an away game against the Ravens. But okay, even if we do win out, First round exit of the playoffs, one and done. I hate to say it, but the thing is, the Steelers, like this year, they're just not good. And I hate to say it, but the thing is, it falls on so many people. You know, our O-line is, you know, made out of toilet paper. We're calling one-dimensional plays. Like, you know, the thing is, we have no sense of urgency. Like you said, in the 41-10 loss, which really should have been 41-3 because we scored a touchdown in garbage time when the game was long gone and didn't even freaking matter anymore. But we gave up, and that's what pissed me off the most in that is the fact that we didn't show no kind of heart, no kind of fight, and it's against a team that we've had their number for the better part of the last decade and a half or 2 decades. That's what pissed me off the most. And you can't expect to play that kind of football against them and look good against anybody in the rest of the season, especially when the season only gets tougher from here. That's what pissed me off the most. But like I said, I picked against, like you said, you were not here for this, but I said until the Steelers show me otherwise, I'm going to pick against them every game for the rest of the damn season. Now my rant is finished.
That's understandable.
Bravo. What a way to close out the show.
Yes, thank you. I finally got it out. But yeah, anyway. But yes. Anywho, guys. But you guys got any final thoughts before we sign out?
No, you summed it up very well. That was our closing thoughts right
yes, there we go. Okay, now I need to go have some cold water because my blood pressure's up. All right, but anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning into the Fourth and Goal podcast. I appreciate it. Flip, Wise, you guys are great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.